This video is not financial advice. I am not a financial planner. I'm an entertainer, baby. I'm a piano player. The one and only Apefather in the house. Relaxing. Wow! Got my feet up on my recliner. Chilling, baby. So I just wanted to make a quick video because, all right. So here's the new argument that I'm getting from all the haters. Okay, they love fighting the Apefather. They love it. Okay, so the new argument is Apefather, even fake shares can be transferred. All right, so I know for a fact that that's not the case, but you know what I like to always do with people? I like to give them the benefit of the doubt. Okay, so let's do that. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's say they're right, and let's say that fake shares can be transferred. That's what they're saying. I'm saying they can't be transferred. They're saying they can be transferred. Okay, so here's the thing. Fidelity is a very, very reputable company. Very reputable. It's a household name. They've been in business for something like 60, 70 years. I mean, basically never had any problems. I feel, in my opinion, the most trustworthy exchange out there. Okay, in terms of a brokerage company, 100% trustworthy. Okay, so do you really believe? Okay, so let's say that fake shares can be transferred, right? So how many real shares are there in AMC? 513 million, right? So let's assume that all the real shares are transferred to Fidelity. Let's just say Apes have made the decision. I'm switching to Fidelity, baby. So now you have 513 million real shares transferred to Fidelity. Now let's assume I think there's tremendous amounts of fake shares. Hundreds of billions, in my opinion, okay? Some people even say trillions. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, so but let's just go with hundreds of billions, just for the sake of argument. Okay, so that would mean if everything that these haters are saying are true, those shares will successfully be transferred to Fidelity, right? Okay, so you're gonna have 513 million real shares, and then you're gonna have 100 billion fake shares. I'm assuming every ape. We're just saying 4 or 5 million apes. All transfer to Fidelity. So Fidelity is going to now control and have in their possession well over 100 billion shares of AMC. So now here's the question that you have to ask yourself, all of you haters out there who are either Citadel snakes or the stupidest, basically dumbest, delusional coconuts out there. Okay, here's the question you have to ask yourself. Do you really believe Fidelity is going to risk their entire reputation, their whole company, everything that they've strived and worked for 60 to 70 years, okay, and not disclose to the SEC that they have possession of over 100 billion shares of AMC when they know that the entire float is only 513 million, okay? So here's the bottom line, okay, for all the wise guys, all the haters that like to break my chops with every single video I make. A or B? Okay. A, the fake shares will not go through, okay, like I'm saying. So let's say apes all switch to Fidelity, okay? Let's say for argument's sake, they got 500 shares, okay? Let's say 250 shares are real, 250 shares are fake, right? So the only shares that will transfer over to Fidelity in that case is 250 real shares. The other shares is going to be a big delay. They're not going to be able to locate it. And most likely, let's just say it's coming from Robinhood. Robinhood will either then have to buy real shares to actually make up for the fake shares they issued, which, by the way, is buying pressure, okay? Or they would have to issue a check to that ape, and admit guilt and say, I'm sorry, we issued you fake shares. I'm sure they won't do that. They'll use some kind of legal mumble jumble to protect themselves. So don't you feel, let's assume that that's one case scenario. I call that choice A. That's a win-win, correct, for the apes? Because you're either going to have a situation where Robinhood or any other platform, Webull, who issued fake shares, will have to either buy real shares to make up for the fake shares that they issued, or issue a check to the ape that has the account with them and admit guilt, and then they can take that check and shove it up, where the sun doesn't shine, take it to a lawyer and sue their asses, okay? So to me, That's what's called a very good situation for the apes, a win-win, right? So that's one choice. Now here's the other choice. Now I'm giving the benefit of the doubt to the haters, the Citadel snakes, the Citadel bots, who are actually saying that the fake shares will successfully transfer over to Fidelity with no problem at all. But now if enough apes actually do that, let's assume, just for the sake of argument, all apes, like 4 or 5 million retail investors, apes, transfer all of their fake shares, all of their real shares over to Fidelity. That would mean that Fidelity will have 513 million real shares, and God only knows how many fake shares. Billions, hundreds of billions, trillions, who knows? Okay. Do you really believe, this is now choice B, that Fidelity is going to risk their reputation that they have built over 60, 70 years? They're gonna risk going to jail for not disclosing this to the SEC, right? They're gonna risk all of this. What? Because of what? AMC? Not gonna happen. They're going to disclose. They're gonna call up Gary on the table Gensler. Okay, they can give her a call, say, Mr. Gary on the table Gensler. They're going to say, look, I know you're busy doing absolutely nothing, wasting everybody's time. Okay, but here's the thing. We got something for you now that you can actually wake up and smell the coffee to. We're currently holding 100 billion shares in our Fidelity brokerage account of AMC. Okay, here's what the problem is, Gary. There's only 513 million real shares. You might want to check out what's going on here. So the way I see it, the way the Apefather sees it, baby, we win A, we win B. We win both cases. So do me a favor. Stop the BS. Stop the procrastination. Transfer to Fidelity as soon as possible. We're going to win. It will start the MOASS. I just explained to you where a 6-year-old could understand how this will start the MOASS. Okay, so now let's see if the haters can argue that one. What's your next argument? Okay, what's the next argument? That there's going to be a leprechaun that's going to stop us from transferring our shares? What are you going to say now? That there's going to be like that movie Shark Tornado, where sharks are going to fly in the air and they're going to stop apes from transferring the Fidelities? You got no more excuses. You got no more arguments. I win. The Apefather wins. I made the point. It cannot be disputed. It cannot be no rebuttals. Okay? Transfer this to Fidelity and let's win this thing and let's start the MOASS. AMC to Pluto.